We are back. More Industry Idol. I wasn't even sure if I was going to record another video for this game. It's been like probably a week or so, and I haven't even uploaded the first ones yet, because I've been playing zombie games that have been distracting me too, even though I played those after this. But I do like this game. I think it's interesting, except I kind of figured out that I was doing things wrong and that there's a way better strategy. And this is my first playthrough. You can see I have $1.5 trillion and I'm making zero income. This is my first level where I'm actually implementing the new strategy. And the new strategy is basically, well, first, let's see where we're at. We get 120, whatever the cash is called, Swiss dollars, if I cash in right now. Which, that's a big amount. That's more than I've had total in this game. But it might go up a little bit higher. I don't know how much it goes up, really. The main thing I figured out is don't go and sell things here. So if I sell things here, engines sell for 2.8k. Fashion sells for 8k. And what is one other? There's like three big ones. Chromium sells for 157.5. But if I click trade resources with other player, filter resources by best price, and then I go look for those three items. Chromium sells for 7.5k a piece. Let's sell it. I don't have all that much of it because I sold this recently. 21 billion. With a B. That's a big number. Really quick. Oh, there's no orders to fulfill. But fulfilling orders doesn't come close to that. Also, I don't know what this one is that has a 1. We'll look at that in a second. There's a 10-second delay between sales. Next up, engines. 45,000 each. There's an order to buy 201 quadrillion of them. I can't come close to selling that many. I can sell 2.6 million of them for another 120 billion. Let's do it. And then, finally, the big one. Over here, I am making fashion out of clothes and shoes and plastic and paper and all kinds of good stuff. I'm not quite maxing out production on 10 of these, but fashion sells for 600,000 apiece, and I haven't sold this one recently. 2.7 trillion for 4.6 million fashion. What just happened? Failed to access this trade. Trade not found. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Sometimes there are errors. If I go to sell again right now, you can only accept one trade every 10 seconds. So now I have 4.4 trillion. A new order arrived. So the most this thing gives me, like 200 million, maybe a billion, and it wants 2.2 million clothes to get 200 million. But if I go in here, if I go to this, clothes, you are paying 1.6k a piece. So if I sold 2.2 million of these, this would pay over 10 times what this deal does. So these deals are terrible. Pass. I don't want it. Let's go see what this is. Oh, this is just saying because I was AFK, I can collect up to 7 billion in cash, which doesn't really matter because I have 4.4 trillion. And if we went to level up, now I would get 156 cash. Let's do it. Detroit seems really good. That's where I was just playing, because you can get engines early, and engines were one of those big sellers. It's easy to get the chromium, which is another big seller. Beyond Detroit, there's one that has nuclear stuff, uranium. St. Petersburg. We could go look at that. Uranium mines give 2 times output, Uranium enrichment plants, 2 times capacity. I don't think these are as good. Uranium transportation costs 50% less. Free guns. Well, free gun transportation. I don't know what Project Vosak. Let's go check this one out. Cash in. Bam. Fresh start. 5 million. Not much going on for us. So right off the bat, you want power. Wind turbines are good. Ideally, I want to find a clump of like 20 and 25%. Holy crap, this map is huge. So I want to find a big clump of green that I can eventually just cover with windmills. Because they have no downsides except that it costs a lot to build them. And you don't want other things to be far away, but power, I don't think it matters. I could be wrong. If anybody has experience in this game, let me know. So, I don't know. I see a good amount of green right here. Could go for these 3 to start, and then just... not great. I was hoping to find one chunk of just like solid green. That's kind of unrealistic. Right here stands out a little bit. Right here looks pretty good. Here looks... could start right here just because it has 2 25s and a 20. It's not as great for later, but I don't know if later matters as much. Maybe it does. Maybe that's when it matters the most. I think I'm just gonna go with this area. They're not 25, so it won't be as good at the start, but these 20s right here are really good. So we want to build wind turbines right here. We'd like 4 of them to start. That's a good portion of my money, and the one downside to them being, holy crap, super far away, is this thing has to move forever to go get to them. Did I start with a wind turbine? Did I build this? I don't even know. Weird. That's fine. We'll leave it. So, first off, you just want one of every resource, probably the closest ones to this area. That's what we're going with. We'd like aluminum. Make sure that I'm not going to run out of money doing this. It's going to take a while to build those 4 windmills that I did. You're closer. We really need some kind of oil. I'm gonna end up getting both of these oils, probably. Uranium. Uranium is the only, like, kind of valuable thing, I think, at the start. We could go look. Yeah, uranium sells for 302, but need to have at least 1 resource in production before I can go try and trade with players. I'm guessing uranium sells for more than 302 apiece, so never set these to auto sell. Unless the marketplace is worse. Or unless you're going to be AFK for like 3 hours, because the resources don't build up, but the money does from selling things. But the numbers from auto selling are so much worse than the player trades. New order has arrived. Could take these early ones just because, well, not really. The early ones might be a good deal. We just have to wait for everything to get built. I don't have a silicone yet. Silicon? Probably silicon. Am I missing anything else? I think that's basically it. So we do this. And the nice thing about the 4 windmills plus this one is they average like 5 science apiece. But they're only up 80% of the time, so like 4 science apiece times 5 of these, that's like 40 science a second, which is at least a decent amount for early game. It's not amazing, but it's better than like 1 power plant running constantly would be. I will need an oil refinery. The solar panels being down 50% of the time just seems really crappy. I do have oil right here, so we'll put the refinery here. And now I think I just go away for a second, come back, and through the magic of time travel, everything will be built. I lied, we're back early. Alright. I need to also look at how to spend my Swiss money to Swiss upgrades while these things are building. I like this building upgrade cost divider a lot. Production multiplier sounds amazing too, though. That sounds really amazing. I think that one wins. Fuel cost discount. I can almost afford that plus the 100. Can't though. Okay. The adjacent bonus would be amazing. Oh. Because I do try to take advantage of that a little bit. Alright, so yeah, we want production multiplier times 2, and we want the adjacent bonus. How high can this go, I wonder? Oh. Swiss boost cost divider. That one is interesting. That's like a late game thing, I'm guessing. I guess if you divide these by 2 or by 3, it becomes significantly better. But yeah, this is only for 1 map, so it doesn't seem worthwhile. All time, we've earned 236.9 Swiss money. Over 150 of that was last run, so yeah, over half of it. Really, yeah, I built 2 oil wells. That makes sense. Could, with the plastic, cash in here. Or, that gives 400,000. If I just come here and look at the uranium. Okay, need to group them. Just show me the best price. And I believe if they're in red, then it's worse than market price. If they're in green, then it's better. We want to look at uranium. 525. It's better, but not by a lot. Still, 2.6 million. And that was just with a level 1 mine. Okay, are there more uranium mines? I'm out of power. That's concerning. There is another uranium mine. So let's go over to these. Upgrade one of them. Upgrade them all to level 2. Didn't have enough, but a few of them got upgraded. Power is hurting. These uranium mines use a lot of power. Okay, I need to invest in power. So, I wish I could see how many resources I have. Hey, filter what I have. There we go. This just became way better. Alright, uranium sells for a good amount. Petrol. I start with a lot of petrol. I start with enough petrol that I can just get 1 billion right off the bat. That seems almost cheaty. We've got one of these here. Upgrade it. Let's upgrade them all to level 10. That costs like not even 1/10 of my money. And now my power is 9.7. Okay, so it's like 5 to 10 kilowatts. That's a lot of power for early. You're an investment in the future. You, investment in the future. More uranium? We'll take it. These pay for themselves very quickly. And they're not even a good deal, like, compared to other resources. But they're totally worth it. Really, I should just be making petrol almost. Wow, I should go to a different map. Let's see what enriched uranium goes for. Turn off the filtering what I have. Clear filters. Enriched uranium goes for 68,000. Okay. To get that, I'm going to need to come here. I have no idea how to enrich uranium. Hey, uranium enrichment plant. We need 27,000 research points. That's a bunch, but look at all the uranium I'm getting. So this is like 1 million worth. 200,000 is like 1 million worth, I think. Is it? We should just go look at that. No! Off by a factor of 100. It's 100 million worth for 200,000. That's a decent deal. I can live with that. Cost me 28,000 for every one of these upgraded ones. Or 28 million. For a fully upgraded mine. It's probably worth it to just develop all of them. There's a bunch right here. I would like to get... Oh, they're gonna eat a bunch of power though. That's okay, I have money. So if we go to wind turbines, we can just come here and start developing. Still haven't gotten to the super late game items yet. I should check those out. I wanted to get to just cash out the money that I had, the 150 Swiss bucks or whatever from that last level. This will probably be good for a while. The downside being, of course, all of these are going to take a while to build. I'm starting to see why I would invest Swiss money into more builders. Even the uranium mines are not built yet. But those will give me a bunch of science too, not the mines, but the windmills. So that's a good deal. What would I like? I would like... probably not a petrol power plant, because petrol's worth good money. And I think I'm currently using that for transportation. Yeah, probably. So I'm going to need to up my petrol, really. Which just takes oil refinery getting upgraded and these oil miners. That's very doable. Power bank would be good, because my power does fluctuate a lot. I think the warehouses might be more important. For now, we'll just get the power bank. Power bank. Max out this. This is going to start using large amounts of power. You are going to use 500. These produce 400 apiece, so we got 800 oil coming in. That's enough oil to supply this, which produces 500 petrol, which is a huge amount. The big thing is power. For power, like power banks, but the wind turbines themselves are a priority, kind of. keep building a few more of them. Because they get a bonus for adjacency. So the more that you have in a solid block, the better they are. I don't like these negative 25s. But it's the more that are running at one time. So, yeah, the tile modifier for this is 20. The adjacent bonus will fluctuate. So 45 means that 3 of them are operating with that +5 bonus that we got. 30 just means 2 of them are. But if you get 4 of them operating at once, that's a 60% bonus, which outweighs a -5 or whatever. On average, 3 of them will be running. A little bit over 3, if you have a fully surrounded one. So it's more important to get them in a block than it is to get these numbers to be high. But if you can get both, that's awesome. So like this one's right in between 3 already, so it's totally worth it to build. This one already gets a bonus 15, so we'll build it. Kind of the same logic with this one. What are you? -5? We can take that. You're a +5? We can take that. Okay, we can probably stop building these now. So, I want to go back to the power banks. Ooh, +25. These have to be next to whatever's generating the power. Power banks only work next to a power plant. Yes. So they'll only work when one of these are on. And these haven't been built yet, that's why it's complaining. Power banks are the same kind of logic as these, where if they're neighboring, they get a bonus. So I think, even though these are getting a little bit expensive, and they're going to make it really expensive for me to build other things, I think I just build those 5. Come here. Spend another 100 million. Bam. We're spending money. But I have petrol that I could sell, and my petrol is in the positive big time. So if I go here and sell like most of it, we're rich again. Science should be increasing, everything should be increasing. Power is going to be decent. Upgrade all of these. Let's see what that does for my power. And for my transportation costs. I'm actually losing oil. How am I losing oil? Petrol, I understand losing. Oil, that's confusing to me. Unless we're just using oil as our transportation fuel. No, we're using petrol. Huh. Okay, I don't understand, but that's okay. Just build more oil. This thing uses... Oh, this uses 1K per second, and these only provide 800. Okay, now I understand. Just confused for a second. So yeah, as soon as I figured out that I shouldn't be completing these deals, I shouldn't be auto-selling, as soon as I figured out to just trade resources with other players and to look for good deals, like this aluminum for 1.4K is actually amazing for early game. Not as good as petrol though. 22 million. Don't care too much. I could get 3.7 million. these resources are worth more to me than that, I think. 5.3 million. I'd rather just have the iron and the coal. Really, I just want research points early. I'm trying to think what I need coal for. We need it for steel. We need it for a bunch of stuff. I don't really want to burn it for power plants. Batteries could be okay. Batteries go into lots of things. Steel is vital. Steel goes to things. Glass is vital. Glass goes to things. Goes into things. So I know eventually I'm going to want this to be level 10. My power's struggling. Go here. Upgrade all to level 10. Another 85 million. 3 of them were upgraded. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was upgrading everything to be level 10s. So my next goal, I think, with this game is to get to a point where I have all of the, whatever they're called, all the Swiss upgrades, or at least all of the important ones. To do that, I need a large amount of cash. But these things are pretty huge. To have a multiplier of ×2 and to have dividers of dividing by 2, those are pretty insane upgrades. The extra adjacent bonus adds up quick. The problem with that one is you can't use it too often with like mines, because mines have to be on specific tiles. The exception to that, which I haven't used yet, would be Resource Explorers. Allows you to extract resources from an empty map tile. And Industry Zone. Yeah. So this costs 15 million research points, 375,000. These are doable. 375,000. Boost the output of adjacent mines. Huh. Yeah, so this map, I think I need to get to the point. This is my next goal, I think. I'll make a video again when I get to the point that I can unlock and learn how to use all of these. Yep. Alright, so that's my update in this game. Interesting game. I'd consider myself hopefully to still be at the early game stages, just going off of the high scores. This person has earned 333 billion Swiss money earned, but all of them are above 500,000. I have no idea what you do with that large of a number, but I'm nowhere near that. Tony Stark, that's one of the people that I'm selling stuff to a bunch. I see his name. So apparently he's making use of these large amounts of resources. Who knows? Alright. Yeah, I think that does it for this video. Hopefully I'll come back next time once I'm further on in the game. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.